Almost 40% of people claim Social Security at age 62, and most of them have been told they're wrong. Financial advisors, news articles, even well-meaning friends say, don't touch it until you're 70. That's the smart move. But here's the truth I've come to realize after living it myself. What's smart depends entirely on the life you want to live. My name is Stanley Wolf. I've been retired for just over 10 years now. I spent decades working hard, raising a family, paying off a mortgage, and dreaming about what retirement might look like. And when the time came, I faced the same decision you might be wrestling with today. Should I claim Social Security at 62 or wait? I've lived through this decision, I've watched friends make it in different ways, and I've studied the strategies. And I want to share with you why, for many Gen Xers, claiming early might not be a mistake at all. In fact, it might be the smartest move you'll ever make for your peace of mind and your freedom. So let's sit down, let's have this conversation like two friends at the kitchen table, and let's chop it up together. Right now, Gen X is in a unique place. You're probably in your late 40s, 50s, maybe early 60s. You've been grinding for decades. You've got aging parents who might need your help. You've got kids heading off to college or still living at home. You're paying for houses, healthcare, maybe even weddings. And you're tired. Retirement isn't just some number on a chart for you anymore. It's close. It's real. And the question looms. Do you wait until 70 to maximize that Social Security check, or do you start taking it at 62 so you can finally breathe a little? The traditional advice says, wait, always wait. Bigger check, better math. But life isn't just math, is it? It's about energy, health, dreams, and timing. And that's why I believe you should at least rethink the one-size-fits-all wait until 70 advice. Let's clear the air. Yes, claiming Social Security at 62 does mean a smaller check, about 25 to 35% smaller than if you waited until full retirement age, and even smaller compared to waiting until 70. That's the fact. But flip the pillow to the cool side for a moment. Claiming at 62 also gives you 8 years of guaranteed income. That's 8 years of checks arriving like clockwork while you're still in what I call the go-go years. Those early years of retirement when you've got energy, health, and maybe even that wanderlust still buzzing in your bones. Here's what I've seen. Those early years of retirement are gold. That's when people travel, start hobbies, volunteer, spoil their grandkids, maybe even start a small side project they've always dreamed of. Waiting until 70 may give you a bigger check, but you could miss out on enjoying the very years you worked so hard to reach. Let's take Carla as an example. She's 62, with a successful consulting career behind her. She's got retirement savings, investments, and she's not worried about whether she'll eat or keep the lights on. What she is worried about? Time. She wants to retire into something new, maybe mentoring, maybe traveling, maybe just enjoying slow mornings with her husband. If she waits until 70, she'll need to draw heavily from her retirement portfolio for nearly a decade. That's money she could burn through quickly, leaving her anxious about the future. But if she claims at 62, that Social Security check acts like a cushion. It reduces the pressure on her investments, keeps her portfolio intact for longer, and gives her peace of mind. And let me tell you, peace of mind is priceless. I've been there. I've seen friends agonize over whether their savings would last. A steady Social Security check, even if smaller, changes the way you sleep at night. For Carla, claiming early isn't about getting the biggest possible number. It's about living the life she earned right now. Now, here's where things get interesting. Claiming early doesn't mean you're reckless. It can actually be part of a smart, coordinated strategy. Blend it with your investments. If you've got Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, or brokerage accounts, claiming Social Security at 62 might let you delay required minimum distributions. That keeps your taxable income lower in the future and could save you thousands in taxes. Tax bracket control. A smaller Social Security check combined with strategic withdrawals from investments could keep you in a favorable tax bracket instead of pushing you higher when those RMDs kick in. Medicare penalties. Ever heard of IRMAA? It's a surcharge for high-income retirees on Medicare premiums. Claiming earlier and smoothing out your income can sometimes help you avoid those penalties down the line. Spousal strategies. If you're married, one of you can claim early while the other waits until 70. The early claim brings income into the household now, while the delayed claim boosts survivor benefits later. That way you get the best of both worlds. The point is, claiming at 62 can actually give you flexibility if you use it as part of a bigger plan. Now let's tackle some myths. Number 1, waiting is always best. Waiting until 70 assumes you'll live well into your 80s or beyond. That might happen, but no one can guarantee it. If you don't make it that far, those bigger checks never arrive. Number 2, claiming early is a mistake. Not true. Claiming early can be the difference between enjoying life now and putting it off until it's too late. Number 3, Social Security should cover everything. Folks, Social Security was never designed to be your full retirement income. Even President Roosevelt said it back in 1935. It's meant to provide a measure of protection, not complete security. You need other income sources, whether it's savings, investments, or part-time work. Here's what I've learned after 10 years of retirement. Money is a partner, not a master. Social Security isn't about squeezing out the biggest possible check. It's about how that check fits into your life, your dreams, and your health. And here's what I'll tell you. You don't need permission to claim early if it makes sense for you. You've worked too hard for too long to live by somebody else's retirement formula. So let's wrap this up. Claiming Social Security at 62 will give you a smaller check, yes, but it might also give you the one thing you've been searching for all along: freedom. Freedom to retire earlier, freedom to protect your investments, freedom to live the life you earned while you're healthy enough to enjoy it. Waiting until 70 might be right for some, but don't let it become a rule that steals your joy. Look at your life, your values, your dreams. Run the numbers, yes, but also ask yourself what will help you sleep better at night. If this message spoke to you, share it with a fellow Gen Xer who's wrestling with the same decision. Drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts. And remember this: retirement is not about maximizing numbers, it's about maximizing life. I'm Stanley Wolf, and I've lived 10 years of retirement already. If there's one thing I want you to take away today, it's this: claim when it makes sense for you. Not for an advisor, not for a chart, not for a headline. For you, live your wealth your way, and I'll see you in the next video.